Hey everybody, Coach Alex here. I'm over here at Rise trying to get everything disinfected, everything cleaned up. Given everything that's been going on, I've had a couple of sleepless nights just trying to figure out what the heck we're going to do. I know I had written out to everybody, reached out. By the way, thank you everybody who's reached out and expressed your opinion, your feedback. Greatly appreciated. There's half of us that want to keep training, and there's the other half that says, you know what, let's better be safe than sorry. Initially, my response to that was, yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and keep training. I don't have an issue. I'm not afraid that if I contract something, I got a pretty good immune system. But then over the last few days, I've been watching the news, trying to keep a close tabs on everything. I'm seeing all these major companies shutting down, events, schools shutting down, the city shutting down. It's like, it's got to be pretty serious for people to be losing revenue, like big companies, especially like sporting events or concerts. If they're shutting down, that means something's really going on. And the more I think about it, the young me, the part of me that loves to train says, I don't care, we're going to train. Survival of the fittest, yeah, that's great. However, the responsible part of me, the coach that looks at says, you know what, we're here learning self-defense. And what do I always say? I always say, hey, if we're learning self-defense, the first thing to do is not to engage if at all possible, right? If you can avoid any kind of confrontation, great. But if you have to handle it, then you handle it. And I think that's pretty much the same approach that the responsible part of me, the coach, says, you know what, my first priority is to look after my students. When I'm thinking about this late at night, I'm wondering, okay, hey, you know what, what's really going on? How long is this going to last? What if someone at the gym gets sick? What if I get sick? What if one of my kids gets sick? What if one of your kids gets sick? And all those things, keep me up at night, along with the business side aspect of it. Hey, what's going to happen? How long is this going to last? Because, if we shut down, I'm not going to charge members while we shut down. I think that's not your responsibility. You guys didn't ask for this virus to break out. So I don't think you guys should be held responsible for that. So for me, it's like, how long can we ride this out? How long can I financially sustain this place without being open? But that's, after I think about all those things, the main concern is that doesn't matter. Money is made and money is lost every day in business. So I'm not really too concerned about that. I'm more concerned about is for the people that want to train. The people that don't want to train, okay, that's great. We've already made that decision. You're waited out. Your account's on hold. Awesome. For the people that want to train, that was the biggest, the hardest decision for me. Because I know you love to train and I love to train and I love seeing you guys here. And for some of us, this is our outlet. This is how we keep life in balance, right? But at the same time, is I have to start considering some of you that want to train, either you have a condition, some people have asthma, some people's kids have asthma, some people have autoimmune disease, autoimmune issues. And although we may not get sick, and we're like, yeah, we're troopers, we're going to go in and train, what happens if we bring that home? What happens if one of us is carrying but not showing any symptoms, and then now we pass it on to our children who have a condition, who have maybe an autoimmune disease, who can be severely affected by our own actions? And the responsibility part of me says, you know what, no way. I can't do it. I can't even think about one of my students getting sick, and when we could have prevented it because we could have shut down and just said, hey, you know what, Jiu Jitsu will be here. So I think that probably the most responsible thing for us to do right now is to wait this out. Jiu Jitsu will be here. The fortunate thing for us is that we're primarily a family gym, right? So it's not just one of us training. It's usually like us and a family member. That's the way I designed it because I want this to be more of a community. I want this to be more of a bonding experience with the kids and their parents, just like I do with my own children. So because we're unique in that way, I think what may be able to work so that we can continue training so that we don't lose or go stir crazy being cooped up in a home. I think what we can do is I can come in, Talisa and I will come in, we'll shoot a video daily of what we want you guys to think about, to learn, and this will give you a chance to watch the video over and over and then share it with your kids, teach them that, or train with them. Hey, if we're going to be cooped up together, we might as well train together, right? And so that'll minimize the exposure to all of us while at the same time continuing to train. Yeah, we can't roll with other people, but there'll be plenty of time for that. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, and there's always going to be more opportunities for us to train. So I think the best and most responsible thing for us to do here at Rise, and me as your coach, is to sit there and shut it down temporarily, regardless of any effects, financial or otherwise, so that we can continue to train, so we have a place to come back to, so that no one gets sick, so that no one loses any sleep, so that no one's bringing anything home, you know, inadvertently, and that could affect their family. You know, I'd rather have everybody come back than somebody be sick and say, wow, you know what, we could have prevented that. All right? You know, it's a heavy heart for me. It's like I love seeing everybody here. I love seeing the kids, and it's definitely gonna affect me as a coach, having to shut this down, because I'm gonna miss all you guys. But at the same time, it's the only responsible thing to do. I know some of us are risk takers, like we want to keep training, but I can't do that to you. And I don't know if you guys know, but within my own family, I have my wife and Talisa, Coach Lisa, they have autoimmune issues, and I think it would be hugely irresponsible of me to continue to train and potentially bring that home to them when they could be affected. So, guys, I'll keep you posted if you need anything, okay? Just because we're not here doesn't mean we're not family still. So I want you guys to reach out if you need anything. You know, if you're, hey, man, I ran out of toilet paper. Or, hey, you know what, I'm having trouble finding wipes, or I'm having trouble finding this for the baby, or hey, I got to go to work. Can someone watch my kids? We can see how we can try to work that out and help each other out during this time, and support each other. Okay, but if you have any questions, if you need anything, please go ahead and reach out to me. I'm more than happy to see what I can do to help at the time. Okay? Thanks again, guys, and I'll keep you posted as soon as we're ready to reopen.